Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Teamer Karn, Eldrazi Ramp on the play for game one. Drop a Writhing Chrysalis. Yes. I was tempted to maybe drop the Sanctum instead, and so that we could go double Writhing Chrysalis, turn 2, turn 3 potentially, but I felt like that could be a risk. And pass, and pass. Scouting Tarn, passing, draw, Breeding Pool Rumble. Let's see what we find. We find a World Break. Could go Writhing Chrysalis number 2, potentially. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It would open up to a kicked Myco spawn next turn. Yeah, I'll go World Break. Ugin Lab. Imprint and pass. Fetch Scouting Tarn for Commercial District. My concern here is that this might be Ruby Storm. Could be Naya. Naya Ruby Storm. We'll hold. Mountain. Yeah, this looks like Storm, alright. There's the Row. Rumble. Rumble. Emrakul does seem appealing here. Let's go Emrakul and see if we survive the turn, I suppose. Breeding Pool, Shock, 9, 10, 11, 12. Of course, we're 1 short. Damn. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah. Tis unfortunate. Alright, we pass. And I guess I should hold. We have Emrakul next turn, so if we get to live a turn, we might be okay. Comes down to this. Imagine they were looking for a mana reducer. They did find it, of course. The question is whether or not they have a ritual to kick things off. Yeah, it might just be 1 turn slow. Ruby Medallion. Ritual. Ritual. So yeah, it does look like Naya Ruby Storm. There's Ral. Do you have a Past in Flames? Wish. I imagine you're going to in a second. Lost the flip down to 17. If you had hit a Planeswalker, if one of those 2 Malevolent Rumbles, you would have been able to cast Emrakul. Damn. So what they grab with Wish? I can only imagine, like I said, it was Past in Flames. Oh. Is this Storm Scale? It might be. Well, there's the Past in Flames. Lose the flip. Loses the flip. Yep, just keep on losing flips, opponent. Thing is, they get another Wish. I'm pretty sure they should be able to kill me here. Unless they somehow lose all the flips. Wish again. Lose the flip. What did you wish for? Because I'm pretty sure if you get a grape shot here, you can win. Reckless Impulse. Loses the flip. No shot. Metamorphose. Metamorphose. Wins the flip, flips the Ral. Yes. Ral. Yeah. So another Past in Flames, Desperate, Metamorphose. Metamorphose. Draws a card. Play the ritual. Yep. And the Bitter Reunion tells me they have Storm Scale. Ritual. Ritual Past in Flames. Yep. And then Past in Flames, Metamorphose. Another ritual. Oh, it must be from hand, yeah. Forgot that you had one of those. Past in Flames from Exile. Metamorphose. Grape Shot. Yep, Grape Shot will do it. Targets? Me. Yep. Pass in full. Well, damn. Just one turn short. One card and yard short. It is what it is. And did. So this is Ruby Storm, lost for game 1. We're on the play. In game 2, game 3, we're better off since we have 4 Trinisphere, 2 Jailer, and Chalice. So we cut Gemstone, we cut Ghost Quarter, we cut K-Return and Karn. Still one over. I forget whether or not my sideboard guide says to bring in EE or not anymore. I feel like it does. Yes, and we cut a Writhing Chris, yeah. Alright, let's run it back. I still do debate whether or not we should bring in Consigned Memory. I guess actually maybe we should for a Storm Scale version. Might not be a bad idea, but I think we just cut them off with Trinisphere first. Becomes less of an issue to begin with. Mulligan this. Yeah, we can keep this. Pitching what though? Pitching an Emrakul? Like eventually we need a threat is the only thing. We'll use that World Break. Alright, there's a Jailer number 1. So no Impulse draws for you. Arid Mesa, passing draw. There's Chrysalis. Play Jailer number 2. Play Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. Pass. No attacks. If we can draw into a green or red source, that would be ideal so we can get a threat on board and ramp. Elegant Parlor. A Brotherhood end would be a bit unfortunate here, admittedly. Puts a Bloodstained Mire to yard. Stomping Grounds. Artist Talent, so they start to get around Jailer then. Kozilek's Command. I'll hold up the K command. I would like the Ramp Scry draw ideally. Medallion, Artist Talent trigger, pitch the land. Plays a land. Passes till end step. Kozilek's Command, Ramp Scry draw. Like I said, I need a threat on board at this point. X2. I mean, if I didn't have the Jailers on board, I'd consider an EE. We can at least go Windswept Teeth and get Writhing Chris on board. Draw. Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I mean, I think we go with Ugin. Fetch the Windswept Teeth, because it is a 2-turn clock. We'll go with a Forest. Ugin. Trigger target talent, so that way they're not getting around Jailer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. I'm gonna say yes with Sanctum. And we'll go for a World Break. This way we can go after the Ruby Medallion. Plus with Ugin. Breeding Pool and pass. And pass. Scouting Tarn fetch. Commercial District trigger. And pass. So again, the impulse draws are null and void until they can get rid of the Jailers. And they do use Brotherhood End. It would get rid of Ruby Medallion. So that'd be good news. Paying cost 4. Any colored permanent they have on board will just get exiled to Ugin unless... No, yeah, pretty much unless they win. Another Medallion. That's fine. Passing. Draw. Drifter. I'm going to plus with Ugin. Another Ugin. I will cast Writhing Chrysalis. Triggers, no targets. Breeding Pool tapped and pass. Alright, they need to pretty much either get rid of Ugin or win, lest we will just wipe out their entire board more or less. We'll be able to kick Mycospawn 4 times, taking out all 3 lands, ramping every step along the way. I'll be able to World Break, getting rid of a Medallion. Be able to play Trinisphere. There's Ral. Okay, I have all the mana reduction. Ren's Resolve, triggers. Wins the flip. Flips Ral. Ren's Resolve. Can't play anything, thanks to Jailer. But you can ping Ugin to delay the potential, or the delayed losing, basically. Sack the spawn. Trigger, Writhing Chryst, always yield. Ugin takes a hit. So we're at least not dead. Draw. E-Temp. Plus Ugin. Draw. Another E-Temp. World Break. Triggers. Target Ral. World Break. Target Medallion. Go to combat. Alright, once again, it's now or never, opponent. You either win or you lose, or you find some way to delay the Ugin ult. Flipping the Ral was good. It did give you a turn, for what it's worth. Another Ral. We're going to try again. Reckless Impulse. Do you win the flip? You lose the flip. Down to 12. Ritual. You win the flip. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. So we'll World Break again, getting rid of the Ruby Medallion and the Ral. Men, I do respect the determination. My turn. Ugin plus Eldrazi Temple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Return World Breaker to hand. And I will... Actually, do I just win? Hold on. If I go 3, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yes, I can just win. So we need to go red, colorless green, Ugin, exile Ral, always yield. Null Drifter, evoke. Ugin, target nothing. Draw 2. Trigger Writhing Chrysalis. Trigger 1. Trigger 2. Trigger 3. Just to add insult to injury. Trinisphere. Combat. Lethal damage. And we got there. All right. Good job, Ugin. Good job, Jailers. I will want my gemstone back. And we cut, I think, another Chrysalis. No? Ruby Storm. That's right, we actually take out Chalice, because Chalice gets ostensibly worse on the draw. Chalice, you're gone, friend, and run it back. On the draw for game 3. If we draw into a 7-mana value spell, this is a turn 2 Trinisphere. I'll keep it. Otherwise, it's turn 3, which might be a turn too late. We'll have to wait and see. We'll pass in full regardless. We'll go Misty Rain for the Hedge Maze to try and set up for the turn 2. Also, if we draw into the 7-mana value, then we can Talisman it in. Grape Shot to yard. Draw. Ugin Lab. Imprint Sire. Cast Talisman and pass. And pass. And play Trinisphere, then Misty. Though I'm tempted to Bajuka Bog. Ritual. Are they going for it? Blood Moon. That is fine. Because we got our Talisman down, which means Trinisphere. Pass. And pass. There's Ral. Draw. Temp. Cast Sowing Mycospawn. We'll go temp and pass and pass. One, two, three, 1, 2. So we can go EEX2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Go to combat. So I will go, I could go EEX3, but that's not worth it. EEX2. And done. And we'll pass. EE is actually kind of an interesting card here because they can flip Ral, but since something will still be on the stack to resolve, I can crack the EE after the Ral trigger resolves. Hit me for 1. That's fine. Draw. Utopia Sprawl. I guess a good question now is, do I care about the Blood Moon? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I could just go after their lands. Go to combat. So we could push it up to 7. We can push it up to 8, but we still want to be able to cast the World Breaker and hold up the EE. That's my only problem right now, is I kind of don't want to just give it to them. I mean, if they do anything, it would take their entire turn. Let's go after the Bloodstained Mire. That's concerning. Instant speed artifact removal? Manamorphose, that's fine. Oh, interesting. I didn't realize that was roused during your turn specifically. Noted. Runs resolve. Wins the flip. Do you want to flip? Didn't think so. Static Prison. Okay. But you don't have a white source. Blood Moon. Hurting you more than helping you, ain't it? Draw. Gemstone Caverns. Go to combat. Is there a reason for me not to play the Utopia Sprawl? I guess the better question is the reason for me to play it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's say 9. Not really, right? Yeah, there really isn't a reason for me to play it. So we'll just hold the EE for 2. And hold. Can't play that Static Prison. You're gonna have to block 2. Go to combat. Blocks the World Break. Corral down. Down to 3 lethal damage on board will pass. And what say you, opponent? I mean, even if you were to take out the EE right now, you would only have 2 mana remaining. We have an EE which can break any of the mana reducers. So we got there. Good stuff. All right. Well, we'll be back for match 2. All right. Enter back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. We'll pass. Opponent keeps 7. We keep 7. Draw. Ugin. I will imprint Emrakul. This opens us up to a turn to Karn if we draw into a Ugin Lab. Bloodstained Mire fetch, Steam Vents. Tapped. Okay. Island. Passing. Draw. Temple. Passing. Hold Command X2. What are we up against right now? Polluted Delta. I think we just hold... I guess... So we can use the K command as permission for Karn specifically. Yeah, let's go for it. Cast K command, X equals 2. And done. Resolves. Why do I feel like this is Splinter Twin with X-Arc? That's what it feels like right now. bottom, top, draw. Draw? Weird. Cavernous Souls, name Eldrazi. Kick Sowing Mycospawn and kick Steam Vents. I mean, if they had an Exarch, they would have been able to do something there. Surgical. Surgical Main. It's not Mill, so why Surgical Main? Weird. Huh. Tap red. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I'll go Temple and pass. I'm confused. Bolt resolves, sure. Next turn we cast a World Break, I think. For a basic island. Bolt Extraction, red, blue. Steam Vent Shock. Passing. Draw. K return. Play temp. World Break targets Steam Vents. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 short on Emrakul. Triple blue. If they had the Exarch, why wouldn't they play it at the beginning? Well, there's the Exarch, but they're missing double red. Yeah, that's fine. 2, 5, 6, 7. So unless they interact with my mana, we can Ugin, exile Exarch. Passing. Draw. Ugin. Exile Exarch. So even if they counter it, Exarch will be down. Fetch Bloodstained Mire. Gets a red source. I mean, if you have Exarch, Splinter Twin, red. But if you had the Exarch, why wouldn't you play it earlier? Plus Ugin. Go to combat. Attack for 5. Paying cost. Snapcast. For Bolt. Bolt target Ugin. Okay. To 8. The Jukabog target you and pass. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. So one shy of Emrakul. Weird. Plus Ugin. Lab. Look at sideboard. I mean, we can just go liquid metal. Karn, Ugin trigger, target Snapcast. Snapcast down. Karn minus, yes. For liquid metal coating. Play Talisman. Ugin trigger, no targets. Liquid metal coating, no targets. Play lab, no imprint. Go to upkeep. Oh, I should have attacked, for God's sake. Yeah, passed accidentally through that. Thankfully, we can still win. Liquid metal coating, target Karn, Karn plus target self attack. Interesting. So Splinter Twin win for game 1. I don't have too much for a Splinter Twin. We could argue Consign to Memory. Consign actually is a thought. I think we can take out Karn here. Ghost Quarter, keep Bog. Do we want the K return? Not entirely certain of that, though. So we could drop K return. Keep the Ghost Quarter. Yeah, let's do that. Run it back. Interesting. And I guess Transfer doesn't do too much here. Jailer does a little with interacting with Snapcast. I guess K return can hit Snapcast, but not too pressed. On the draw for game 2, I will keep. I will pass. Draw. Consign to memory. The only thing that I have a little bit of a concern of right now is that the timing restriction for a consign here, or rather my window to cast is late if I go Forest Sprawl red, because then I'd hedge maze for blue, but that would be their turn 3. Well, I guess actually they don't win on 3, they win on 4. So yeah, we can go Forest Sprawl red and pass. Steam Vents tapped and pass. Paying cost for Thunder Trap Trainer. Finds rejection. Okay. Not sure why that wouldn't just be a consign. We can K command X2. That is a consideration. Is there a benefit to doing it right now, though? I'm going to say no. So Hedge Maze trigger. Talisman to Yard. And pass. And pass. So again, they don't win on 3, they win on 4. So they go for Splinter Twin on 3. We should be fine. Bolt. I guess they could do it on end step. If they do it on end step, we still have Lab. Lab. Imprint. Cyrus 7 Deaths. And pass. They didn't have it. Interesting. The combat. Swing for 1. End step. I mean, I can command and just eat the rejection, but then we're not casting anything after is the problem. So I think we just hold. Another Sire doesn't do too much. Yeah, it's a bit annoying. We'll hold again. And hold. Yeah, if I had a castable to follow up, I'd be more inclined to go command, but I don't. Paying cost for Magus of the Moon. In response, tap 2. K command, ramp and exile. Yeah, I feel like that was not a great move on their part. I guess they could have Flare, yeah. In retrospect, that was what I was worried about. Damn. Play Chrysalis. And pass. So we have access to 6 mana, so we're at 9. We're short 4 on Emrakul. Consign is down, however. Barrage is very much online, while Consign is offline, though. Draw. Another Emrakul. Any reason for me to start pressing forward? I mean, there's no reason not to either, right? Warship Barrage does not deal with Magus well. Moment where a Dismember would be better. They still have the Ceremonious Rejection. Do I attack here is the question. I'm gonna say yes. Well, no, we'll hold. End step. Bolt. In response, I'll sack. Trigger. Resolves. I mean, that's a lot of resources just to get rid of the Chrysalis. I'm okay with this. Yep, I can't save from that, so that resolves. And pass. Passing, we'll take the 4 down to 13. We can get rid of the Snapcast, I'm not sure that's worth it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Still 4 short of Emrakul. Utopia Sprawl. For blue. And pass. And hold. Down to 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Delver secrets. Interesting. K command, we're short 3, 4, 5, 6. One short of a Sire Worldbreaker. I could barrage the Delver. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Be too short of Emrakul. I'm going to barrage the Delver. I'd rather the clock not get shorter. The problem is they have that rejection in hand as well. Huh. So no matter what we cast next, it gets countered. Another Magus of the Moon. We still have 2 blue up. Another Sprawl. We can block 1. So maybe trying to save the Chrysalis was incorrect. Yeah, could have played around the idea that they're going to go Snapcast, but I guess that Snapcast could have just targeted a spawn regardless. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna have to block though. That rejection's still looming. I mean, yeah, we'll just send it. No reason not to. There's a chance we have an out, but I'm not liking my odds. We go to blocks, we block. Down to 1. Misty Rain and fetch. Wooded Foothills. The problem is, again, they have the rejection. Meaning, no matter what I cast here, we lose. I'd be a little bit more hopeful if I had a way to Emrakul, but we're short 1. So we can, for example, Sire 7 deaths, but it just gets countered. Yeah, pass. And there's rejection. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen, but thought I'd confirm. So yeah, I'd say maybe we shouldn't have fallen for the bait with Snapcaster Mage and the Bolt. Maybe just had let the Writhing Chrysalis die, leaving us with the colorless source. Maybe that would have been right. Kozilek's Return seems more appealing with the Magus. So I think cut the Gemstone, cut the Ghost Quarter, and cut maybe an Emrakul. Worldbreaker can slow him down. Null Drifter can retrigger K return. Sire kind of does nothing, so I think we cut Sire. Yeah, a moment there where the K return would have definitely been better. Could have attempted to sweep the board a lot earlier. And even if then countered, you would have been able to re-trigger. Yeah, I guess I didn't account for the Magus. Wasn't on my radar. I mean, any two-colored deck, whether it be blue X or red X, probably has the ability to play Harbinger or Magus, respectively. I will keep. Forest, Sprawl for red, and pass. And pass. Draw. Temple. In that case, do we want to go K Command X2? No, let's go Rumble. Rumble resolves. Let's grab a lab. And play Temple and hold. And hold. I wonder why they didn't fetch there. Probably because they're holding up something. Temple. Play Temple and hold. They'll fetch now since they have a blue source up. No reason for me to K command here. But we can do so next turn since we'll have Sanctum available. Okay, draw. Another Temple. So the benefit here is we can go Sanctum, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The benefit now being is even if they counter the command, we can still then grab another creature. Do you have Exarch, Flame of Anor? That resolves, you'll draw 2. I have to remember that this is still Splinter Twin. Dampening Sphere. Float 4. Before phase change, let's ramp Scrydraw. Sanctum trigger. Yes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're a bit short on the Emrakul. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're guaranteed a Myco spawn. To kick, I think I go Myco spawn. Rejection. And pass. Temple. Kick the Myco spawn. Let's kick the steam vents. And I'm thinking of going Hedge Maze here. We could also go Cavernous Souls. Cavernous Souls is tempting, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we'll go Cavernous Souls. Name Eldrazi. And pass. And pass. So they won't be able to counter the bodies, but they'll be able to counter the triggers. I do need something off the top here, though. Shock to 17. Paying cost for extraction to hit K command. Oh, that is unfortunate, to say the least. So they know what we have in hand. Question of the day, do you have the Exarch? If you have the Exarch and Twin, you probably win. Draw. Double K return. Actually, we can cast both. So we'll go Windswept Teeth. Go to combat. And we'll hold till end step. Five cards in hand. End step fetch. Excuse me. Stomping Grounds tapped. As much as I would like to grab the Hedge Maze, I don't think I can. Writhing Chrysalis. Go to combat. As much as I would like to cast the Writhing Chrysalis, I don't think I can. Ugin Lab. We'll play you. No imprint. Utopia Sprawl. For red. And hold. Yeah, right now we're leaning hard on the K returns. Ancestral Vision suspended. Huh. Passing. Draw. World Breaker. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'm more tempted to go Writhing Chris. Yes. First, let's go to combat. Go green, red, colorless, colorless. Triggers. Because we still have enough for both K returns. 2, 5, 6, 7. Ancestral Visions. Lethal's not on board, but it's getting there. What in the world do they have in their hand? They're playing so carefully with. Magus of the Moon resolves. Yes. That is fine. Draw. Consign to memory. Go to combat. Block. Down to 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 would only leave me a 4, and I kind of want this double K return, so I think I just hold. I have no real reason to rush it here. Visions. Lethal's very much on board. Blood Moon is fine. Passing to combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's kick. Sack 1. Always yield. Sack 2. Kick. We'll hit your island, honestly, yeah. This way it bricked on blue. I will go Eldrazi Temple. Go to combat. And we got there. Alright. Yeah, I'm curious though what in the world they had in their hand. It must have just been counter spells that they weren't using, some more interaction. Yeah, weird. Well, I'll take it. We'll be back for match 3. Alright, and we're back for match 3 on the draw for game 1. Hand's a bit meh. Like, what makes his hand better would be a Soul Land, Utopia Sprawl, Malevolent Rumble, and while there are good hits, Malevolent Rumble's kind of the best thing there, and even then it's pretty meh, so I'm gonna mulligan. That's objectively worse. If there was like a forest here, okay, let's analyze this one more time. Yeah, feels bad. So I'm going to give a quick shout out to Cyrus. Not sure if the SG is part of it, but hello, friend. Apparently they watch my videos as well as are part of my Discord. So thank you much for watching my videos and for being part of my community. I appreciate you. Yes, hand. Yeah, we mulligan this. Like, if we draw into a forest, it becomes better, but still kind of meh. We'll keep it at this point. Pitch Karn. Pitch Karn? Yeah. Done. Gemstone. Pitch the Chris and pass. If this is Eldrazi Ramp, we could be in trouble. The Ancient Stirrings is a slow start, which is good for us, especially if Caverns. Sprawl does help. We have access to blue, so let's just go red. So worst case scenario, next turn we evoke. Imagine they play Temple. Do you have a Malevolent Rumble? Yes. With on the K command, we'll grab a Soin Micro Spawn. Land. Name Eldrazi. So my thought here is to slow them down. I would have liked to have been able to kick, but ensuring they can't is probably right. Ghost Quarter, target Temple, and pass. So at least this way, it sets them back 1 mana, so they can't kick the Myco Spawn next turn, and pass. Next turn we can evoke the Null Drift, at the very least. Another Rumble. That Emrakul is scary, though. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 4 short on Emrakul. Would love to see another Myco Spawn into the Jukabog. The Temple also means they have another Myco Spawn. Lab doesn't cut it. Yikes. In that case, we'll go... Well, okay, let's start here. We're going to attack with the Mycospawn. I didn't think you were going to block, but it's worth a shot. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Let's go blue. Null Drift. Draw 2. The Jukabog does help. So in that case, Bajukabog target you. At least it cuts them out of Emrakul, but we're still going to be in a bit of a precarious position because we are going to get hit by a kicked Mycospawn. Yeah. So, no Emrakul, but kicked Mycospawn, still trouble. Because it's going to knock us down from 5 down to 3. Well, 4 or 5 at most next turn. No imprint on the Ugin Lab. That's good to know. We're by no means out. We don't want to attack in. We don't want to increase the number of types in yard. K command. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ugin Lab. No imprint. We'll pass and hold the K command, no attack. And hold. Attacking, we are not blocking. That is for certain. Not going to increase the number of types in yard. Yeah, so definitely angling for the Emrakul then. Actually, they could angle for a big K command, which would be scary. Yeah, that's not good. K command X equals 2. And done. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 3 short of that Emrakul. If they have the K command, they have it. Ugin. Yeah, I think I'd go for it. Fetch Misty Rain, so I think what they're gonna end up doing then is Commercial District. Okay, I was expecting a K command, but I don't think they have it now. Huh. Keep it on top. Why would you do that before the K command? Why would you not just go another one deeper? And I mean, this is K command. Oh, they're worried about Emrakul. Yeah, that's fair. Ugin Lab, no imprint. Ugin, no targets. Ugin plus. So they can Emrakul next turn, sure. But that's fine. No attacks. Well, I guess we could have attacked, but yeah. No, actually better that we don't. Because they're going to cast Emrakul, we're going to block the Soin Mycospawn. We need a way to stave off the Emrakul, though. They're going to fail to find those wooded foothills. Huh. The problem is if they don't cast the Emrakul, I can't plus Ugin. Because if they play the Emrakul the following turn, and then ult Ugin, exile everything, and just pass, then I lose, right? So we actually want to be a bit wary of that Emrakul K command. So K command can get rid of Myco Spawn, so you can freely hit the Ugin Lab. Goes 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, so you can cast the Emrakul without issue. Yep. There's the Emrakul. Our turn. Of course you can... Kicking the Myco Spawn, hitting self doesn't do too much here. Like, yeah, I guess you can... You would fetch with Wooded Foothills. You plus a land, you minus a land. It kind of just nets me neutral. I guess it does ensure that I can't then draw, or not draw, but ramp with Myco Spawn. So I guess that would be fine. It does put an extra body on board, though. I mean, the best thing you can do here is slam Myco Spawn into Emrakul. Yep, you don't want to plus Ugin, otherwise I ult and win. Zuring does nothing. Well, I guess that way you can kick the Myco Spawn. Again, it gives me a body, though. So yeah, you kick Myco Spawn. Okay, so I guess this is a -1. Yeah, so I'll have four lands. You'll fail to find. And yeah, okay. Gets rid of my colored source. Takes a look at the deck. If you do Wooded Foothill of 2 types in yard +4, and with the +4, 7. Why would you Misty? I guess you would just fail to find, which is fine. You fail to find, fail to find. Yep. At the same time, you kind of thin my deck for me, so it's fine-ish. Draw. K-return does not cut it. Plus with Ugin. Stomping Grounds, damn. So in that case, we can... I guess we can Stomping Grounds get rid of the spawns at least. Do they have another K command in hand, or did I just forget to get rid of that one? I'm going to say I forgot. So I will play Talisman. Trigger, no targets. Emrakul is going to slam into Ugin. Stomping Ground, Shock. Let's move to my end step. No attacks. K-return. Just get rid of their spawns, shrink the amount of mana they have accessible to them. Done. Pass. And pass. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll have 10 types in yard. We'll be 3 short of an Emrakul. Emrakul has to hit Ugin. So we soak up 13 damage. It's not the end of the world. 4 cards in hand. I think we need a Rumble here. Rumble would put me up to 5. If we hit 3, we'd go up to 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, if we hit Rumble and exactly, we could. There's some potential there. Okay, there's less potential now because they're going to Bajuka Bog me. Not to mention hit a colored source, yeah. Oh, no Bojuka Bog. Interesting. Did they already Bojuka Bog? Am I insane? No. Draw. Okay. Rumble. Talisman. Cast Talisman. Pass. No attacks. One card in hand. They'll Misty Rainforest fetch for a Surveil land? No, they should only be running one. I guess they could run two max. Fetch Misty Rain. Breeding Pool. Okay, so there's a teamer list of Ancient Stirrings. Or at least a blue splash. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You got the block. We'll go down to 2. Alright, Emrakul or bust. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 16 minus 14. Yeah, even a Sire's 7 deaths wouldn't give me an extra turn. Actually, no, it would, because we would be able to sweep the Myco spawn. So Sire would give me an extra turn. Emrakul would give me... it'd be a bit standoffish. We'd be able to slam Myco spawn into Emrakul, and then Emrakul is kind of just face off. Yeah. Yeah. We're not making it easy at the very least. I do think that if they had access to Bojuka Bog, they should have Bojuka Bogged me. 6. Oh no. I mean, there's a K command. So they'll be able to exile my entire yard, basically. Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I think at that point I lose. E-temp wouldn't have mattered. Alright, we will concede. So Eldrazi Ramp. Lost for game 1. Let's move on to game 2. We'll cut the K returns for consigned to memory. And run it back. And we played to our outs at the very least. Yeah, because I think my only out there was Emrakul. At least the only true out. Like I said, Sire at least gave me a turn. I'll keep. Actually. Tempted to go Windswept Teeth for Sprawl Red. Or Sprawl Blue, I guess. But we'll do it like this. And pass. Rude. That's what that was, opponent. Rude. Play temp, hold up K command. That's a slow start from them though, so I'm kind of okay with this. If we can scry into a Myco spawn, we'll be in a pretty good position. Eldrazi temp, Malevolent Rumble, no Talisman. I'm going to cast the K command now in the off chance they do have consigned to memory. And done. Speaking of consign. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, so we'd still be short. We can top and top and draw. Ancient Stirrings resolves. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Finds the Cavernous Souls. We'll go Windswept Teeth and not fetch, we'll hold in case we need the consign. If we don't, we can fetch for Hedge Maze and see if we can land the Emrakul. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, we need one more type in yard in order to make it work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'd also be short Ugin. Because that's what I'm worried about most right now, is that they also have a consign in their back pocket. If they hold that blue source, that would likely be the case. If we can land this Emrakul on 4, I'll be in a good position. Ancient Stirrings resolves. Temple. And the good news is no kicked Myco spawns. Talisman resolves. Means no blue source up. Rumble resolves. Imagine you take Drifter. Chooses Drifter. Put a pause on end step. Fetch. Hedge Maze. Trigger. Well, that's fascinating. I think I will go Myco spawn. Top. Misty Rainforest. Fetch. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I will go Forest. Utopia Sprawl for red. Sowing Myco spawn, kick. Kick the E-temp. In retrospect, I kind of wish I held up the forest, because right now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, I think we're fine. Just go Breeding Pool Shock then. Yes. Also, for some reason, that shock didn't take any life. Am I crazy? Huh. I don't think my fetch did either. I should be at 17, right? Yeah, probably in retrospect, what I should have done would have been to sack a spawn, or maybe even both spawns, hold up the Utopia Sprawl for blue. Yeah, so I think I messed up there. Actually, I guess we could have Utopia Sprawled on Hedge Maze. Held that up. Yeah. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yeah, we should have played that a little bit differently. Should have Utopia Sprawled onto the Hedge Maze, sacked the 2 spawns, grabbed an E-Temp, and that would have been a better line by comparison. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I can go 2. So I can sign the memory, replicate 1. Choose the first trigger. Done. And resolve. Choose the second trigger. And resolve in full. Okay, we're into clear now to cast Emrakul. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Do we want to play the lab? We should play the lab, so we'll hold the spawn then. No imprint. It is an Emrakul, and we'll pass to our turn. No attacks. Drifter, Drifter, Rumble. And Rumble. So let's go Rumble. Sack the spawn. Rumble number 1. We could Hedge Maze and set up their draw so that way they don't have anything of value. Yes. Hedge Maze. Rumble. Green. Colorless. Colorless. Well, we don't exactly want any of that now, do we? So, to yard. I will then Hedge Maze. Trigger. Consign to Memory doesn't do anything here, so put that on top. For red, down to 16, sack the spawn. Go to combat, attack with Myco. Go to blocks, and block. And at this point, we pass in full. And pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So at most they can cast the Null Drifter as a blocker. Wooded Foothill. And draw. Go to combat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to get that consigned to memory out of hand. Trigger, no targets. Plus the Jukabog target you. So no Emrakul. Fetch. They can't shock, so tap and pass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I don't think they have a way out. Draw 2 with an evoked Null Drift. And opponent scoops it up. Okay. Yeah, so a little bit of a missequence there in game 2. Like I said, I should have Utopia Sprawled onto the Hedge Maze for a red, sack the 2 spawns, grab the E10, but it would have just been a bit more mana efficient. No changes. Let's move on to game 3. So Utopia Sprawl, good. K Command, good. I'll keep it. 8 hits off the top. Forest. Sprawl, red. Green. So probably has... Interesting. World Break. We'll go... Ugin Lab, Imprint, Breaker, Pass. So I imagine they have Rumble and Utopia Sprawl. Double green, Stirrings. Find the Drift. So I really need a K command here. Sprawl for blue, temp, and pass. Yeah, I need a K command, but Jukabog isn't it. Go E-temp and hold. And hold. Do you have a kicked Myco spawn is the question. Five cards, Yi. Holding? Well, that's interesting. Second main. Holding with a K command. Talisman of Curiosity. Casting K command, X equals 5. Resolves. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, meaning that even if I took out the 3 in yard, I don't do enough. So my next thought is, I mean, we can take out the forest and reduce by 3. If I do that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 14, still not enough. Actually, it just kind of is net neutral, isn't it? Because they add 2 types to the yard and... Damn. Well, that is unfortunate. Go E-Temp. At that point is... Bojuka Bog is -3, so I'd leave them with 1, 2, 3, 4... 4, 7, 7, 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12, yeah. So maybe Jukabog is right. How many, what was their top bottom? 3 top, 2 bottom. Well, that's freaking scary. Yeah, let's play around the Emrakul. Go Bajukabog, target you. Pass. It's a -3. I mean, they have 1 land, they still have the Emrakul. Next turn we have a kicked Myco spawn. Let's see if they played around that potential. Rumble. Well, there's Emrakul. Stirrings. Chooses Emrakul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, you do have Emrakul. Damn. Yep. Alright. So you can Sowing Mycospawn kick, fail to find. I'm still not necessarily out though. It just makes it more complicated. We'll go down to 19 at a minimum. You'll kick, target the lab. Leave me with 4. I guess you could Ghost Quarter, yeah. Ghost Quarter, Temple, fail to find. That is unfortunate. I mean, I can Misty Rain into Hedge Maze to try and find a solution. The problem is we'll be down to 6. We'll have 5 mana. I don't like my odds. We'll go Misty Rain, we'll pass. No reason to attack. I'll put a pause on end step. They attack for 13, down to 6. I'll go down to 5 when we crack the Misty. I don't think I have an out. There's Null Drift. Draw 2. Fetch with the Misty Rain. Hedge Maze. Trigger. There's a Rumble. Question now becomes, even if I perfect Rumble, is there an out? What a perfect Rumble look like? Hit K command, so basically we would be able to put in 2, 3, 4, 5 types into yard. sorcery, instant kindred, planeswalker, creature. I don't know. So that's 5 types in Yard. We hit Emrakul. I'll just say that. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Even then, I'm short. I mean, I'll still cast it, I guess. Malevolent Rumble. That's a big old nope. Yeah. So we got nothing. We'll concede. GG's. Yeah, we tried to play around the Emrakul and they just had what they needed. It's possible they didn't even have it. It is possible they did not even have it. So maybe we should have gone for Myco Spawn, Ghost Quarter. I don't know. Not sure that'd be any better, to be honest. We played the odds on the Utopia Sprawl K command, we just didn't see it, so it's possible that may be the right move. I guess also an earlier Talisman would have helped. So yeah, whether it be Talisman, K command, or the Utopia Sprawl would have been good hits, we just didn't see them. At least not in time. But either ways, sometimes win some, sometimes lose some. But we'll be back for match 4. Alright, and we're back for match 4 on the play for game 1. Let's take a look. Yeah, we'll keep this. We'll go Temple to start off in case we draw into a Temple for a K Command X2. Temple, pass, and pass. Sacred Foundry, Shocked 18 for Ragavan. Ocelot Pride is fine. Draw. Go Malevolent Rumble. Stompin' Grounds or Chrysalis? We'll go Chrysalis. I will pass. I will hold. To combat. To blocks. Block. Sack. Pass. Windswept Heath, fetch. Plains for Gyda-Souls. For Ocelot Pride. That's a bit scary. We don't need a Windswept Heath then. We can just go Forest Sprawl for red. Yes. Forest Sprawl for red. Cast Writhing Chris. And pass. And hold. Let's see if Sneaky Reach gets them. Static Prison. Target Writhing Chris. That resolves. And passing. I mean, they target an Ocelot Pride, which means blocking's kind of pointless. That'd be the right target. Otherwise, we block. Sack. Yep. So in that case, we'll pass. Down to 16. Well, I can clear X1s next turn. It does clear my Sprawl, unfortunately. But I think that will be right. 4 cards in hand. Yeah, if we clear the X1s, just leaves the cat tokens. While they will have a bunch of them, it's not the end of the world. Trigger. Yeah, And there's City's Blessing. So like I said, they'll have a bunch of them. Don't get me wrong. Emrakul. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, that'll work. Windswept Teeth. Confirming one more time. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Fetch for a forest. Our turn, comrade. Flage, another Ocelot Pride. Gotta be joking me. Draw. There's an Arid Mesa. Static Prison trigger. No. Give me back my Writhing Chrysalis. Give it back. So I can Arid Mesa fetch, Flage, target, let's say Gyda-Souls or Ocelot Pride. Doesn't really matter. I guess we can target the Ocelot Pride that has the tokens on it. So let's go Arid Mesa. At the same time, do I want to give them another energy off of Gyda-Souls? Not necessarily. You also could just fail to find. At most, they'd be able to go Gyda-Souls or Ocelot Pride. The thing is, I want both Prides gone so they don't make more cat tokens here. So we go Ocelot Pride, swing, Gyda-Souls, swing, activate Gyda-Souls, target, I guess, target what? I guess the Ocelot Pride. Yeah. Well, I guess we can target this Ocelot Pride, swing, swing, or block, block, Flage, ping, leaving them just with the 5 cat tokens. Yeah, I think that might be right. So attack, attack, trigger on the stack. Yes. Trigger, target, Ocelot Pride. Go to blocks. Block, block. Pride guy down. Fetch Arid Mesa. No reason to give them double red, so instead I'll just give them a plains. Cast Flage. Flage ETB. Target Ocelot Pride. Escape. And pass. Next turn we can Tormod Script, get rid of Flage, granted they don't escape it. Otherwise we can always exile it. They still do have Gyda-Souls, Ocelot Pride, Fable. And X equals 0 wouldn't be bad either. That's a thought. For an EE at least. You also have a Jukabog. Oh, that's concerning. Take 4 down to 8. Gyda-Souls. Ocelot Pride, trigger. Passing. Double K command. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could K command exile, I don't know, the Guide of Souls. What else could I do here? We can Mycospawn Bajuka Bog. That's a thought. The biggest issue right now is that I have a lot of cat tokens staring down at me. You know, they have the Fable in hand and one Unknown. So we could just Bajuka Bog, hold up the E-Temp. Alternatively, I can K command. And then swing Mycospawn Bajuka Bog. Get rid of the Guide of Souls. Actually. Done. Guide of Souls down. Trigger 1. Always yield. 2, 3, 4. Cast Myco as a blocker. Bajuka Bog. Target you. I don't think I can attack yet, but we'll pass. You have 3 blockers, they have 9 damage. So we can push it down to 6, but if they have 3 damage, we lose. Yeah, I don't like that. Don't like that at all. Fable. We can clear the tokens. Okay, this might be the chance we need then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yes, we can Karn EE X equals 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't K command the Ocelot Pride. Alternatively, we can sire a 7 deaths and just leave it at that, because 1 sire equals a decent amount of cats. We'll put it that way. We could do that. Otherwise, Karn EE seems appealing. I think we go Karn EE for 0. Minus Karn. Yes. For engineered explosives. Crack EE now. Attack with Emrakul and pass. And pass. Fable, trigger. Pitches a Fable. Land. Yeah, I was most afraid of, even if we played the Sire, I was most afraid of a Goblin Bombardment. Hence why I wanted to clear the board. Otherwise, I think we would die to Bombardment. So next turn we can Sire 7 death. I think before we Sire though, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before we Sire, we're going to attack enough Chrysalis Emrakul and see if they block the Chrysalis. If they don't, we actually have lethal on board. Yeah. That would be good. I guess a Galvanic Discharge would be a bit of an issue. That'd be their main out at instant speed. What are you thinking, your opponent? Yeah, moments like this remind me where Karn can be really good, even into bad matchups if used appropriately. Opponent's thinking hard, so they either have a potential line that they're trying to figure out, or they just have nothing. I mean, if they were to, let's say, oh, Jesus Christ, the bombardment, I was right. Draw. Lab. Is there any reason to sire right now? Probably not. Let's go to combat. Again, we're keeping back the MTGO. You have to block. Do you block? Oh, why did it not? It didn't say in the log that they chose no blockers. That's a little bit annoying. Okay, well, shit. That is actually quite frustrating. I guess in that case, what am I most worried about here? I guess a Johnny. So we can go Chalice of the Void. Done. Ugin Lab, Imprint, Sire, and hold K command. Yeah, it was one of those moments of like, I don't know where we are in the process. And so I was like, okay, I think I can just put a stop here and before we go to damage. But then I was like, nope, that doesn't work. So we had him dead and just messed up. So no Johnny. So we're good there. Paying costs, 2 cards in hand for Pyro. Pyro pitch 1. So that's 4 damage. There's a Johnny. So I'm down to a theoretical 4. We have just the planes. I guess a static prison would have been a thought. Yeah, so we likely had the win. That's one thing about Moto sometimes. It's sometimes going to be hard to determine, like, where am I in the process? Like, what part of the phase am I in? Especially during combat. It can be a bit tricksy. Opponent's tinking again. To be fair, opponent should be dead, but here we are. We tinkin'. Because as long as I get a turn, I win off of Emrakul. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. One scoops it up. Okay, we'll take the win against energy. On to game 2. Lithomantic Barrages, an option. Let's see. Barrage, Chalice, Explosives, yeah. Well, I guess Explosives, no Chalice on the draw. And cut the Ghost Quarter. Alright, let's run it back. Yeah, because Barrage can kill Johnny, which is very nice. You can get rid of a pumped Guidasouls or Ocelot Pride, etc. Can I even kill Ragavan turn 1, which is nice. So, Barrage definitely has some benefit here in this matchup. Yeah, matches are going a bit long today, methinks. Opponent's going to be bringing in Molten Rain, Charmal, so just need to be mindful of that. There's Barrage. It's a little bit slow. Actually, it's really rough if we don't draw into a land. I mean, we're looking at, let's see, 22, so 2019 hits off the top. 4 of them would be ideal. 8 are okay. We'll keep it. And pass. Windswept Teeth, pass. Stomping Ground. Shock. Utopia Sprawl. For green. And pass. Windswept Teeth, fetch for Elegant Parlor. Sacred Foundry, Shock. Sacred Foundry, Shock. Bolt. Tear. Ugh. Yeah, that actually is genuinely hurts. So I need a land desperately. Bombardment. So they're setting up for a Johnny. We pass. Yee. Yeah, that wear tear actually was a problem. And if they play a Johnny, flip a Johnny, we can kill a Johnny. Fable. Interesting. So no Johnny, but no turn 2 plays. I say as I'm sitting here, also unable to do anything. Misty Rainforest fetch for a forest. Play Talisman of Curiosity and pass. And pass. Do you have a Flage? Because, yeah, a hasty Flage here would be an issue. So I need a land so I can K-command. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Need to get that Flage out of yard. Either that or Soin Mike. No, Soin Mike's one won't cut it. I need specifically a land, an untapped land, or Bajuka Bog. Oh, Jesus Christ. Soul Land, Bajuka Bog. Yes, where I'm at right now. Soul Land, Bajuka Bog. Voice Victory, Jesus. Draw. Okay. Okay. So I can K return sweep. They wouldn't have enough lands to kill. It would get rid of Pride, but wouldn't get rid of Victory. Windswept Teeth. Pass. Oh, actually, shit. Voice of Victory. Voice of Victory is the thing. But pause on end stuff. Right. Uh-huh. I should have probably played the Talisman and then barraged the voice. I'm in danger. Yeah, it's too focused. I think because, yeah, this is a problem. I think I'm dead. Yeah, I think I'm dead. I am dead. Damn. Well, that's a problem. Yeah. I can't fetch. I dead. I concede. I concede. Yeah, I needed to hit the Voice of Victory with the Lithomantic Barrage. We could have played the Talisman, Barrage, Voice of Victory, and we at least would have had another turn or two, but it was also just kind of a risky hand in general. And we paid for it. Yeah, because even if we found a land, the Wear Tear would have been an issue. But we would have been at least a little bit more stable by comparison. So yeah, I don't know. On play for game 3. Mulligan. $11 hits. +9, 20. We'll keep. Pitch. Done. Temple. Pass. Pass. And at the very least I can X1 the command next turn. Floodstrand, fetch, Sacred Foundry, shock for Ragavan, draw, EE. I could lab, exile Scrydraw, trigger, K command, Scrydraw, exile. Done. Cavernous Souls, top, and pass. No imprint, and pass. Plains, 4, bombardment, draw, stomp him. It doesn't matter. I guess we could go Malevolent Rumble or hold up the K return. It might be right to hold up the K return. Otherwise we go Cavernous Souls, Myco Spawn. Myco Spawn into what though? I guess just Temple. Let's go Stomping Ground, Shock. Rumble. Yeesh. Chrysalis. Pass and hold. Because I imagine they're going to set up it for an Ajani. There's a Johnny. Goblin Bombardment, ping the spawn. In response, we'll sack. Pass and full at this point. A Johnny 0. I mean, I could EE for 2 next turn. Do you hit a land drop for your turn 3? You do not. That's important. So we could EE for 2. The alternative is we hold up the K return to sweep. Five cards in hand. One, two, three, four. We wouldn't be able to do Sowing Mike Spawn plus K return. I'm gonna hold the K return. And hold. Slot Pride resolves. The combat. K return. We'll take the 2. Johnny will still deal us 1. But pause on end step. Slot Pride. And Johnny hits us for 2. 13. Wooded Foothills fetch. Down to 12. Hedge Maze. Cyrus 7 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Top. Draw. Cavernous Souls. Name Eldrazi. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Cast Sowing Myco Spawn. For Ugin Lab Imprint Sire. EE for 2. And pop EE. Pass. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a land will get us to Sire. You have a blocker for the Pride. And pass. 5 cards in hand. You hit a land. I do think I probably should have sequenced that the other way around. Should have probably played the EE earlier into the K return after. So I think that was a mistake on my part. I think I missequenced. Should have done the EE last turn and then held the K return for the following turn. Probably would have resulted in less damage overall. Static Prison hit the Myco. Alright, I need a land. Take 3 down to 9. Paying cost for Pride. I definitely need a land now. Land. Breaker will work. Actually, confirming 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, so we're short 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do I want to get this static prison or no? I don't think I do. I think I want to get rid of the land here, actually. Yes. And pounce, because that static prison will go away eventually. Them not having a land is probably better for me in the long run. And Bun scoots it up. We'll take the win. Alright, yeah, outside of that miss sequence, pretty solid overall. So, can't complain with that. Alright, well, we'll be back for match 5. Alright, and we're back for match 5. On the draw for game 1. We'll go Gemstone. We pitched the Forest. I think we do. I guess we could pitch the Stomping Grounds as well. It would be less painful by comparison. I'll pitch the Stomping Grounds. And pass. Undercity Sewers. So I guess we're going to force check here, assuming that this is either Murktide or Oculus. And draw. Malevolent Rumble. Force checking, no force, we'll grab temp. I will pass. I will hold. Island and passing and draw. K command. Temp, hold K command. Use it as a permission spell for the Sowing Mycospawn. Bowmaster, Bowmaster targets. Sack. We could K command now, but I'll hold. Yeah, definitely feeling like Murktide. Watery Grave Shock, and holding yet again. Draw. Cast Malevolent Rumble. That tells me a lot, actually. Sanctum of Ugin, cast Talisman. Pass. And pass. Five cards in hand. Paying cost for Harbinger. Well, now that's just rude, friend. Thing is, though, we have no black sources. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kick Sowing Mycospawn. And we'll kick the Watery Grave. I will play the E-Temp and pass. And pass. Yeah, so they do have Harbinger main. Again, no black sources. K return Breaker. Breaker hits Sewer. Holds blue. I'm gonna say no. At the same time, they have no black sources. And we're kind of free here. Yeah, we'll say yes, actually. I should have attacked first, admittedly. Paying cost for the counterspell. And pass. Reordain. 0 top, 2 bottom. Swamp. To the Froge. To the Murktide. Draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And Bone scoops it up. Alright. Murktide. Let's move on to game 2. I'm glad that we pitched the Stomping Grounds when we did. Lithomantic in. Karn out. We didn't see Oculus, so Jailer will stay out until we do, and run it back like this. I do think I did one sequence error where I probably should have played the Talisman first to see if it would get countered, and then the Rumble, admittedly. It worked out in the end, mind you, but I do think the Rumble would have been better if it had resolved by comparison. On the draw for game 2, but I'll bring in more consigns. We'll bring in more harbingers. We'll keep this hand. Undercity Sewers. I am tempted to get a forest early. Yeah, a forest early might not be a bad idea. We'll go E-temp to start. We'll pass. We'll pass. And hold. Yeah, I'm just thinking about a Harbinger here, how it would brick a decent amount of my hand. Where the K return would... Oh, where the K command would be nice. We'll hold. Draw. Another K command. This actually works out, so now we will go temp, because even if they go Harbinger, we'll be able to then exile the Harbinger. Bowmast. Bowmast resolves, targets me to 19. And hold the K command. Flood Strand, no fetch right away. Imagine if they have a Harbinger that would fetch for a swamp. Thoughtseize. I mean, we have redundant K commands. So I think we just let the Thoughtseize resolve. And I can't ignore the K command at the same time. Having two of them is kind of rough for them. The next question is whether or not next turn I just go Stomping Ground Shock, though. It also depends whether or not this K command resolves. So very well might just need a counterspell here. End step. K command. I'm tempted to exile the Bowmast. Because if we scry draw, they're going to ping us spawn, right? We'll still have 6 for the Myco spawn, though, admittedly. Done. Does it resolve? Paying cost for consign. We get a consign out, which is nice. Draw. Another Myco. Misty Rain. Fetch. Forest. Cast Sowing Myco spawn. This way a Harbinger doesn't brick half our hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We could Bajukabog here. Yeah, I'll Bajukabog, target them. That way, no shot of a Murktide next turn. So no consign. Murktide off the top. Paying cost for a preordain. Top draw. Polluted Delta, no Spellbomb. 2 cards in hand. Draw. Sire 7 deaths. Well, let's kick with Myco spawn to start. Hit the Undercity Sewers. Floats a black for the Spellbomb, I'd imagine. Let's go Cavernous Souls to guarantee the resolution of Sire next turn, naming Eldrazi. Go to combat. Do you have a Fatal Push? Spellbomb. Probably should have held that, I think. Go to combat. Attack for 3. Stomping Ground, Shock. Malevolent Rumble. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think we go Ugin. Yeah, let's go Ugin. And pass. Fetch with Polluted Delta. I think you've probably used up your Undercity Sewers, so probably just for a Watery Grave. Polluted Delta, fetch. Watery Grave tapped, 3 in hand. Like I said, I do think they have a Merc. But it'd A, be a small Merc. B, we have Ugin. Sporific Springs, Bolt down to 10 and passes. And draw. Another Ugin. Go to combat. Block with the Orc Army. Down to 7. Second main. Sorry to say, friend, but Ugin ain't my only threat. Do you have a Subtlety? Yes. Subtlety resolves. We'll put it on top. If Sire resolves, I mean, it's pretty much GG's. We'll pass. Take 4 down to 10, no attacks. No reason not to attack here. No reason to attack either, I suppose. Again, attempt to resolve Sire's 7 deaths. Another subtlety? No shot. I mean, I'll just keep on putting it on top. I mean, if I attack now and no blocks to combat. If they want to give me the subtleties, that's fine. Down to 1. Alright, well at this point they need to keep a blocker back. Actually 2 blockers. And they just hold the Orcish Bow. We have K return. Paying cost for what? For a Murktide? 3 cards in hand. I mean, they would need another subtlety. To the Froge. And to the Murktide? Okay. I mean, this guarantees that Sire's 7 deaths resolves, right? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can't Ugin and win. So again, we go for Sire. It has pseudo hexproof though, is the thing. No attacks. No matter how you square this out, Sire, like you need a one-sided board wipe, which isn't a thing that you'd play. At most you have Toxic Deluge, which still wouldn't work the way you wanted to. Anything that's targeted removal won't work. A Shieldred's Edict would, but we have... yeah, it's fine. Alright. We have a Null Drifter we could play. Ugin. Ugin target Murktide. And Bone scoops it up. Did they forget we had Ugin? Yep, you got there. Alright. solid win against Murktide, ending with a 4-1 record at the end of 5. Not bad at all. Alright. Let's take a look at our losses. We lost the Ruby Storm things. Splinter Twin was just like, Magus of the Moon beatdown. Probably sideboarded incorrectly with the K returns, so that's on me. Eldrazi Ramp. I mean, it was just pretty much Emrakul City. Whoever resolved Emrakul first won. Consign in game 2 carried, but we just weren't able to get there in game 3. Game 2 of Energy, we did misplay. We did sequence incorrectly. Should have played Lithomantic Barrage and the Voice of Victory, and then passed. That way we could have K-returned the following turn. That may have been enough to give us a couple turns. Game 3, we did almost punt by missequencing as well, where I should have played the EE first and then had gone for the K-return after to sweep. So that was a mistake on my part. Thankfully, we didn't get ultra punished for it. It thankfully worked out, but it could have been bad. So glad that it worked out, but always good to point out where we could have played better. Otherwise, solid wins, so can't complain. With that being said, that there will be the end of today's video. As always, if you guys did enjoy the video, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback. It is always appreciated. For as much as I hope that you all learn from me in both my success and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you have reached this point in the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting the subscribe button, as we're getting closer and closer to our next goal of 1,000 subscribers. Once we reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll be able to start monetizing these videos, which will allow me to start saving up towards a streaming PC. That way I can stream live over on Twitch. In the meantime, though, if you do want to support me monetarily, you can do so over on my Patreon, where you can get early access to my YouTube videos and any updates I make to my deck guides. With that being said, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye!